Please note, any predictions and stats will be using local election results and polls as a baseline. As turnout for local elections is less than a general election and polls don't ask every person in the country, please take these with a grain of salt. This week, we're going to look at the 6 current constituencies in Gloucestershire. These constituencies are currently all Conservative seats, though a few of them have been known to flip left in the past. First, let's look at the ones that have very little if any changes. The Forest of Dean stays exactly the same, one of the few constituencies to have no changes. Despite staying the same, however, electoral calculus predicts a Labour victory, with many local papers saying that the public are dissatisfied with the current Conservative government. The constituency of Gloucester loses the Elmbridge ward. Cheltenham also loses a ward, that one being the Springbank ward. These wards transfer to the neighbouring Tewkesbury constituency. Besides the changes of these 2 wards, Cheltenham and Gloucester stay the same. Despite losing 1 ward each, electoral calculus says polls in these 2 cities indicate them flipping to the left. Stroud faces a few changes from the others, losing 3 wards to its north to the new North Cotswolds constituency. The 3 wards it loses are Hardwick, Painswick and Upton, and Bisley. Stroud does, however, gain a ward from the current Cotswolds constituency, the Wootton under Edge ward. These wards voted largely Tory in the last local elections in 2021, meaning things could flip to the Conservatives' opposition parties. According to electoral calculus, polls here put Labour in front of any party. There has been some controversy from opposition groups about the moving of wards from Stroud and Cheltenham to its neighbours. Opposition groups say, under the current proposals, wards that have connections to the cities would be moving to a constituency they don't have connections to. Despite some boundary changes between the boundary map I'm using and the last one, Stroud has kept the Chisley ward. It loses the Bisley ward. Meanwhile, the new Cheltenham boundaries still keep out the Springbank ward. While the current proposals aren't the final ones going to be presented to Parliament, this will be a development to keep an eye on. Tewkesbury is one of the 3 old constituencies that faces the most changes. While it gains 2 wards from Cheltenham and Gloucester, it loses 6 wards to the new North Cotswolds constituency. These wards are Badgeworth, Sherdington, Brockworth West, Brockworth East, Churchdown St John's, and Churchdown Brookfield with Hacklecote. These wards are largely Tory voting wards, losing the Tewkesbury MP vital support. In spite of this, polls here predict a Conservative victory, even if it is a slight one. The Gloucestershire constituency that changes the most is the former Cotswolds constituency. First off, the boundary review has essentially combined North Wiltshire and Gloucestershire into one parliamentary boundary, which will lead to more cross-county electoral divisions. We are now getting 2 Cotswolds constituencies, the North Cotswolds and the South Cotswolds. North Cotswolds is where the old constituency is, gaining 9 wards from its neighbours to get its new borders. The South Cotswolds constituency takes 19 wards from the former constituency's land and 9 wards from the former North Wiltshire constituency. Despite one constituency becoming 2, the Cotswolds has a strong Conservative culture, making flipping either one very difficult. The electoral calculus agrees with this assessment, saying the Tories have a 65% chance of winning in Cotswolds North and a 69% chance of winning in the South Cotswolds. So how do I think the map will look after my research? Well, like this. So, that was Gloucestershire and its constituency changes. Next time, I shall be looking at the county of Wiltshire and its changes. Until then, please subscribe to the channel to help us continue growing. We are aiming for 100 subscribers by the end of the year. See you next time.